Do you know what? I'm actually impressed that he doesn't drink alcohol. I'm just here drinking.
So when you go out, are you the mom of the group or you're like
Oh yeah,
in between?
I'm always the mother hen.
Okay.
So it's kind of
Real quick, guys, real quick. Let me put you on some game, all right? Even if you don't drink alcohol, at the very least, learn about alcohol, learn about wine, learn about Riesling. Riesling, bro. I'm telling you, Riesling. That's the game right there, bro. You don't got to drink alcohol, but if you know Riesling and you know it's from Germany and you pick out and you go to a wine shop and you just ask the tender, can I get a Riesling from Germany? And usually it's going to be in the fridges. Pick one out, open that for her, bro. It's probably going to be like 10, 13 bucks, bro. And just be like, yo, this is going to be the greatest wine that you will ever taste in your life. All right, just talk it up. It's from Germany. It looks good. It tastes good. Boom, pour it for her. Yo, that's it. That's it. If you could open a bottle of wine for a girl and pour it, if you can pick it, open it, and pour it for her, that is going to give you tremendous points on the scoreboard. All right, she's going to have a lot of respect for you. Go to the next step. Learn how to make simple drinks. Learn how to make simple drinks, all right? You could even make the drinks in the glass. Just throw a little bit of ice, throw a little lime juice, maybe some tequila, and a little bit of sugar. That's it. Easy.
always in charge on where we're going and what we're doing.
That's a red flag.
No, it's not. It's not a red flag.
What are y'all saying? What are you saying? You say he's too awkward. Not only that, but she got options. A hit girl versus a hot guy is different for real. Men's and French's personality overshadows looks anyways. Exactly. I think that's what I believe. I like French's personality a lot.
Red flag. Off rip. No, but like she's a cool person. Just like I already know deep down, bro. There's some demons in there that she's to do it, and it's like, bro, do I want to deal with that? Probably not.
Why is it red flag?
It could be because that means you don't really let loose sometimes.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah, no, I do. But I like to still be in check. I like to just look after, you know.
Okay, because I need a girl that's gonna have fun and get lit. Because I mean, you gotta enjoy life, you know.
So people think that you need to have fun to like be completely crazy and do stuff like that. Like I have fun, you know, doing that. So.
Okay.
You see, she can't even articulate why she has fun going out with her girls to the club at night, getting drunk. What's fun about that? Tell me, you want to be a good wife, you want to be a good mother. What's fun about going out with your girls? What are y'all doing? Y'all just talking shit about men, complaining about the guy that fucked you over, that left you on red. What do y'all do going out drinking and clubbing, getting approached by more guys, putting yourselves in these situations? What do you do? And you want a guy to sit here and commit to that? A guy that's had to work their ass off, probably sacrifice going to the club to sit here, make more income, invest that income, and build something for himself? But no, it's fun for me, so you should accept it. That's some bullshit.
Are you a serious dater?
I'll tell you this. I'm a serial dater.
Serial dater?
Yeah.
We know what that means. He sleeps around a lot. Okay, so you just like have loads of one night stands.
No. It's more like I'll do dates, right? And like, for example, if we connect on that level, I want to see more. I want to do more. But some people don't have that capacity to even like take in or be more. So it's kind of like, I see where they're at. I lead them and say, cool. You know what? Nice meeting you, but that's where it's going to end.
Okay.
And what about you?
I'm a bit of a serial dater in the sense of I'm quite picky. So I can be I'm a really frustrating person to date, if I'm honest.
Well, actually, you know what? I'll give her a W. I'll give you a W. All right, being picky is not bad. Having crazy high standards is terrible. All right, and this is what that woman is. Being picky is good. You want a woman that is selective of the man she chooses to be around with. All right, because if you're that guy that's built that lifestyle, right, you want a woman that will perfectly complement the lifestyle that you've built. Okay, so her again. A girl, if we put ourselves in a girl's shoes, if we got empathy and we put ourselves in a girl's shoes, right? She's gonna have to date a lot of guys. She doesn't have to sleep with every guy she goes on a date with, but she's got to go on a few dates to be able to look for the guy that she can actually settle down with. Because a lot of guys are gonna sit here and lie to her, right? So she's got to essentially look for the guy that's essentially gives her kind of like her dad vibes. You know what I'm saying? And also has his life in order, the way in which he communicates, the way in which he talks. So she needs to actually go out and socialize with other guys. She needs to be able to go on these dates. Most importantly, she has control over this, is to not sleep with the guy that she's not going to commit to, because every guy she sleeps with, we already know, devalues herself, and then
She belongs to the streets.
I can tell.
Really? Why can you tell?
I was just messing with you.
I date for like long term. So for me, I don't like this. Like I'm not a fan of like hookup culture and everything like that. So it's not me. So I find it really hard to actually date now.
So let me ask you this: if you could find the person right now that you want, right, what would they be to you? Like the traits, you would say.
Probably someone driven. Yes, they've got to be ambitious. They've got to be very compassionate, and hold a lot of integrity. You know, I'm a big fan of like values and morals, not really about like materialistic things. What about you?
Has to be one, loyal.
you know what's funny? Andrew Tate is literally all those things. I think most of the guys that are on that show have every single one of those things. So this is one of those perfect examples of women say one thing, but do the exact opposite. But I'm not gonna lie, man. None of those guys would actually sit here and commit to her, bro. None of those guys would. This is just a show. Let's see. Looks are first until you start talking. Having a hangover and crying doesn't sound fun. They keep forgetting the aftermath. Exactly, bro. Rest in peace, bozos. She likes partying and laughing her ass off.
Right, in terms of like not like a hoe, right? Number two is she's actually like adding value to my life. So for example, let's say I have a business and I need help in certain areas. She can say, you know what? My babe needs help in these areas. I'm gonna help him out. That's just adding value. And then three, most important is she's spiritual in some sense, because I feel like that's a guidance because most girls don't have that. So
Yeah, I think more women are spiritual though.
when I say spiritual, I mean
You know what spiritual means, bro? I'm gonna tell you what spiritual means, bro. I don't care what anybody else says. Spiritual just means they lead with their emotions. All right, or it's a part of you that is an emotional side of identifying yourself. All right, that's what spirituality is. Right, it's using your emotions and your identity and trying to make a vision or a figure of it. That's what I believe spirituality is. All right, so it's basically taking your identity and leading with your emotions. Now, women love spirituality. Why? Because they're emotional creatures. They're emotionally driven. So it makes sense that they're, for the most part, spiritual. As a man, and from what I've realized in my walk through life, is that as I grow older, I find myself getting more and more attracted towards spirituality. Because as I build these things, I do want to be able to put myself in other people's shoes so that I'm better able to explain things. All right. And through spirituality, I think you also start to seek religion, because as men, as we grow older, we have to start accepting the idea that someday we are going to die. All right. That's a fact. We're going to die. So we need, instead of looking at death and being scared of it and being fearful of it, we should start to train our brains towards enjoying the ability that someday we will die. All right. Enjoying it, looking at it as a positive. Back in the day, warriors used to do what? They used to want to charge into the battlefield and die on the battlefield. They had a complete different perspective on death. So that's my whole thing about spirituality and religion, and how that kind of ties back to it. So spirituality is more like emotions. That's what I
actual
think it
like
is.
religion, because for example, spiritual can mean like anything, like stars, signs, whatever. I mean like actual like faith in somebody.
Have faith.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a hoe?
Here we go. So a hoe, basically, right, is a woman that knows she can settle down at any point, but chooses to either experience life on different levels of like different guys, different lifestyles, which is fine. But it's kind of like, if you do that path, like just know that like it has certain like repercussions, so to speak. So
Okay,
that's all I would
so
say.
would you call me a hoe? Because I can settle down and I won't, simply because I want to have a career.
Well, you said that you're picky, right? So that's one thing.
Wait,
But
so that's not a hoe, though. That's not what a hoe is. Just because you choose to be an alpha woman
An alpha female.
doesn't mean you're a hoe. But for the most part, if you have alpha female traits, you may have a hoe tendencies. All right, you may have it.
Be a hoe though.
So, hold on, let me ask you this, right? Why are you picky?
I know what I bring to the table, in the sense I know what kind of woman I am. So I'm not gonna sit and tolerate crap from someone. I'm not gonna just settle for less. I know how much value I bring to someone and a relationship.
So all this time, you've never met anyone that like meets those requirements at all?
No, do you know what it was? Because I've only just started the whole dating. Like I'm big on personal development.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time on myself. Like I went celibate. It was just focused.
You went celibate?
Yeah, and for me it's the best thing. I think when you connect to yourself, you realign, it's good,
For how long?
I was celibate for 2 years.
Where's the cap? I need a cap.
No, it's not cap.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the cap around here? Because this will have to do. There we go. 2 years, bro? Dude, there's no way possible. Where's my...
Honestly, I kind of believe her, man. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do believe Cheyenne. I do believe she was celibate for 2 years. I mean, just if she has these, you have to think about how this delusion of these high standards that she has, how they came about, right? So if I put myself, if I have empathy, and sex is very valuable to me, and as a woman, she wants it, but she doesn't want it as frequently as men do. But she can still sit here, be celibate, for 2 years. She feels like because she's been celibate, she's earned the ability to pick the highest level man because she's been celibate. And in reality, like I said, all it's done is the celibacy has just inflated her ego. And now she's out. Now she's growing older and she's realizing, damn, the celibacy shit, I got to start dating, because if not, I'm never going to have sex. I'm never going to truly enjoy it. So I believe in what she's saying. I believe that's the celibacy is what created her crazy high standards, and like I said, inflated her own ego by doing that. Now, do I believe women should be celibate? Like I said, I think women should be very selective of the guy they choose to be with. All right, they shouldn't be celibate. They should allow themselves to open up to that guy, because if you're celibate, you're not really open. You're really closed, and also you force this idea of, hey, if I want to be with you, if I want to have a second date, I have to be on board with the whole celibate thing. And the truth is, 99% of guys aren't. So unless she's going out looking for another guy that's celibate, you're not really looking. Let me see. Are you religious? No, but as I grow older, like I said, I'm trying to learn about different kinds of religions. All right, that's the best I could do. I can't truly say I'm going to stick to one religion, I'm going to choose one or anything like that. I have to truly understand and be a part of it and be devoted to it, because I understand it's a community thing as well. So, as I grow older, I'm definitely going to find myself in more of in more religious settings and more religious situations. I do see myself doing that. Barely started cat. Wrong. Being spiritual is about combining reason with deep emotions. All right, that's what I was trying to say at Vasquez. That's what I was trying to say. There's no reasoning in deep emotional thought. All right, you know what? Y'all got me. Y'all confusing me, bro. My whole point is, y'all know what I was trying to say. There is absolutely reasoning. Stoicism over spirituality. Yeah, be stoic. Definitely be stoic over being spiritual. As a man, women are going to be spiritual over being stoic. That's how we're different, right? But as I said, as you grow older, you're going to find yourself being more and more and more spiritual. Because again, you're accustoming the idea, you're conditioning the idea that you're going to die someday. And at the end of the day, when you're about to die, stoicism is going to help you. Spirituality, will help you in that tough time, man. I think you truly have to see somebody in your life that you care about kind of die to truly open yourself up to the idea of spirituality. At least that's what happened to me in my life. What do you do with them? What do you mean? Somebody sent her to a good pestro. Do you refuse to acknowledge them? One doesn't make the best intent decisions when being emotional. Yeah, you should acknowledge your own emotions. You should be aware of your own emotions, all right? And you should be able to conduct them accordingly. You shouldn't be going out and crying or you should repress it in certain situations where being emotional doesn't get you the outcome that you desire, but you shouldn't ignore it entirely. At the end of the day, you should be able to open up to yourself, because the truth is that the only person that's going to be truthful to you is yourself. So you need to open up to yourself emotionally, and you need to be able to build a lifestyle where you can trust somebody else and open up to them emotionally as well, all right? For the most part, this is going to be your boys, and then at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when you understand why you're feeling so emotional and you're able to articulate it in a good and healthy way, that's when I'd say communicate it towards your partner, all right? But you have to deal with it yourself. The first person that you need to deal with the emotions is yourself. You need to be true about what it is that you're going through. All right? You need to be true. If you're able to be true to yourself, then you're going to be able to be truthful with other people. I am not talking about being emotional. You need a clear mind to apply reason to emotions. Facts. So that you are driven by reason towards what your emotions tell you to go, but once such emotions have been shaped and clarified by reason, it is a closed loop. Nice. Well said, F. Vasquez. Memento Mori. I forgot what that means. Tate is back on Twitter and already got 1 million followers. It's Tate.
Oh. There's no way. 2 years.
Yeah.
No toys.
No toys. Because as well, even with
Come
that,
on.
No,
No
because
toys.
That, like you have to learn how to. Like my personal life, it used to be very chaotic. So for me, I needed no distractions and just to be really focused. And that was finding out who I am and discover that.
Your eyes say a lot.
Do they? What are
Yeah.
they saying?
They say ambitious, good mindset, but at the same time, you want to be a free spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not a hoe. Because I feel like that's what men do. I feel like men like to label women as free spirits is just your excuse to say hoe.
I mean, you could say that.
Well,
but
it's true because most spiritual women are what? Highly promiscuous. Why? Because they're so in touch with their emotions that any guy can easily take advantage of them. Because guess what? If she says she's spiritual, then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to hit her in her emotional points. I'm gonna try to hit every emotional button I can, and it should open up easily if she's very spiritually driven. You know, like that's the whole reasoning behind it.
I think for you, you're more picky and you want to actually have something of substance rather than something that's like superficial. So it makes sense. So I got to know, off rip.
Yeah.
What are your first impressions of me from me sitting down, meeting you for the first time?
To be fair, I'm actually like pleasantly surprised. Because obviously we spoke online. I feel like you're not as egotistical as I assumed. It's so easy just to see someone online and pass judgment, but you don't actually know who they are behind that screen.
Is it my Instagram?
Yes.
I get that a lot. It's like,
Yeah.
you seem like you're stuck up, feel like you're posh, but like when you meet a person, you're more like chill, relax.
Yeah, you're more chill. So do you not find though with the lifestyle that you advertise online that it's going to attract a certain kind of woman that you complain about?
Yes. So for example, right? Let's say my lifestyle is cars, Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, lifestyle. Cool, right? But that's what I love to do personally. I'm a car guy. However, it does attract girls that are more like, you could say, I guess, chasing the bag, so to speak, which is fine. But I understand what it is, so I know what I put out there. But sometimes when you have that out there as well, you can filter better because now I know, okay, cool. These type of girls like this versus girls that are not into this are not going to gravitate towards that. And I can see pretty much like how they move from that sense. So it's good and bad at the same time, but like for me personally, I can understand because I see both ends.
So what kind of woman do you actually attract right now?
Right now, I gotta say, off rip, girls that want to have a good lifestyle, have fun. Which isn't bad because me personally right now, I haven't found a person I want to be with long term. I've seen options where like they could be, but waiting to see what happens,
Because I find like American culture is very different to UK. So I know that like a lot of Americans do like the whole sugar daddy, like I'm your man lifestyle, let me pay for your hair and nails. Like, are you big on that?
In Miami, that's a huge component of like dating. So what happens is girls from all over the world, like even from Texas or other states in the US, they come to Miami because that capital has a reputation of being like sugar daddy central. So they go to certain spots, they go to certain websites, and they meet guys that want to take care of their lifestyle. However, here's the issue, right? When we do that dynamic right there, what happens is most guys on that level want to control you. So it's also good because they get the benefit of getting the lifestyle, but then it's like, okay, cool, now you're their slave, so to speak. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
No, I agree. It's like, I feel like,
And that's the thing is that a lot of women are still willing to sit here and go through it and then complain about it. Like, I didn't know the consequences. Those are the consequences. If you want to go to Miami and be a thought and be a sugar baby, you got to be willing to be controlled by other men. That's it. It is what it is. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm probably going to head back on Twitter now or not. I'm probably going to get one. You should steer your emotions into useful work and achieving your goals. Exactly. You can be spiritual and stoic. Emotions are fuel, or at least should be. See, you guys got the right mentality behind, how to be stoic and how to be emotional and how to use them together to create wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because those two things together make you wise. But at the end of the day, we both know that you should be a lot more stoic than you should be emotional. All right, you should earn the ability to be emotional, and then you should sit here and discipline yourself to be stoic. That's how you become a great, wise man. A lot of people have their own religion. It's the way in which they conduct their life. Exactly. At the end of the day, that's all religion is. Religion is really like a blueprint, a guideline towards how you should live life, how you should treat other people, right? You know, building your own sense of community, having your own sacrifices, right? And then, you know, essentially submitting yourself to a higher power, which is God. Religion should not be something of which we determine the boundaries ourselves. It should be a set of rules set by God. And you see, that's where faith and belief comes in, all right? Because at the end of the day, all the rules that are written down for me to read about a certain religion, any religion, were written by a man. Like, they were written physically by a man. Every single rule. So when it's written by a man, it is capable of being manipulated, you know, or misphrased, misinterpreted, mischaracterized, you know, all these different things, all these different editing tricks that they could have done, you know, to adhere to a certain agenda. So that's why I'm very skeptical of all the rules.
Lifestyle comes at a cost.
It does.
You know, and for women, I never advocate for that. Like, if that's what women like, good for you. But it will come at a price, because realistically, most successful men are narcissistic. They're very manipulative and they're very, very controlling.
I wouldn't say
like that?
manipulative. I would say that they have a sense of, you know what, I worked myself up to this point. I don't want to tolerate any type of, like, you know, bad behavior, so to speak.
So you're like that. So you're narcissistic.
No, I'm more like relaxed. So,
But
for
you
example,
see, she called him narcissistic for having boundaries, bro. He said, I have certain boundaries, and when they get crossed, I have to put my foot down. And she's like, oh yeah, so you're narcissistic. So you're narcissistic for having preferences? Or are you narcissistic for going on date after date after date and not choosing one? Does that make you narcissistic?
I can see somebody, right, to see who they really are and what they're about. And I meet them at that level. So, for example, let's say, you're a free spirit, so to speak. You want to go have fun. I'm not going to say, you know what, you can't go out, go do your thing. You know what, have fun. Just know that you may not be with me long term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you...
I think love is free. So, for example, if I try to hold you back or control you, that's not love, because I'm trying to, like, retain you in a certain manner. Versus if I let you do what you want, you can choose to either be with me or not be with me. But I do have my standards as well. So.
Okay.
So far, out of 10, what would you rate me on the date so far?
Oh.
What do you think she's going to say? I think I just heard her say it. What do you guys think she's going to say? Let me know right now, bro. Out of 1 to 10, what do you think she's going to rate Fresh? What do you think she's going to rate Fresh and why? 1 out of 10. All right, I'll give you my response. 7. I think I heard her say 7. And 7 is always the safe response. It's always the safe one. It's always like the friend zone, the nice guy kind of response, bro. Which is a big ass, you know, she likes his personality, but she's not attracted to him. You get what I'm saying?
I'd probably give you... We'll start at 6, because then you've got potential
she
to
gave him a 6.
improve. Yeah, so tell me more about your podcast.
Okay, so what she's trying to do right there is she's trying to get him to qualify himself. And this is what you should be doing on dates instead, but, you know, she's doing it because she's an
alpha female.
Right? She's like, you know, I'll give you a 6, but you can work your way up. Fucking... Yeah, you're right, IXS. She said 6.
Some episodes, by the way. So thank you for the love for Standout TV.
Yeah, I was big up, of course. So the podcast started from me and my boy Myron. Meeted up on Instagram. We talked for like an hour on the phone. We said, you know what, we have similar goals in terms of like...
All right, I already heard this before. Let's skip a little towards the end.
Because if she doesn't like you, it's going to take a strain. However, I made the rules because it's my life. So for example, hey mom, I don't like her, but I like her. So here's what it is. Deal with her in a certain way because you don't like her, but just do it for me. And she'll understand because I'm the breadwinner. I'm the one taking care of her. Now, I know she's retired because of me too as well, because like I retired her. So it's kind of like whatever I say goes. And then after that point as well, she knows off it, like I'll never like choose her over you. It's kind of like I'm going to respect her wishes and yours as well, but like I'll keep...
So he's
like,
talking about the lifestyle
limited
he
between
wants to
both of
have
y'all.
with his woman.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, do you know what? I like the fact that it's not a mummy's boy. What would you do if my ex was after you?
You mean like we're together and he's like coming to my house and like doing dumb shit like that? if it's gonna disrupt my lifestyle, if it's like business.
Bro, you know what we're doing if the ex is coming back, bro. She better let you know, and if he tries to pull up,
Double kill.
no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Chill. No, don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Just tell him to stay away.
Like my money, then it's a problem, and then he'll be dealt with either on the streets or off the streets, if you know what I mean. That point is kind of like taken care of no matter what. Make a phone call, he's out of there.
Would you fight?
Fight? No.
You wouldn't fight.
No, he'll be taken care of, and then we're good. I'm a peaceful guy, very humble, very relaxed. But you make the wrong movements, I make a phone call, it's dealt with. That's all I gotta say.
Double kill.
Oh my God, yo! I mean, would you fight your girl's ex? I've done that, bro. I've done that. So that's gonna be a yes for me. The ex will be ex alive. Yo, IXS, bro. That was funny as hell, man.
I fell pregnant on a one-night stand with you.
Sorry?
If we had a one-night stand
Mhm.
and I fell pregnant,
Ooh. Also same response.
You have to sit down, have a conversation. Honestly speaking, it's your body, your choice, so you have to make a choice, but I'll let you know how I feel about it. You could kind of move from there.
I was waiting for the your body, your choice. I was like, drop that.
Because I can want you to keep it or not, but it's up.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you have to do. You cannot force a woman. That's what Red Pill does a great job at doing. We don't force women to make these decisions. If you have a kid with a woman, all right, and she's spiteful or whatever, you got to take the bullet, bro. You got to eat it. At the end of the day, that's your kid. You got to raise it. You got to be responsible for the decisions you've made. That's what you have to do. Don't cower it out. Don't be, don't let that kid grow up because of your without a father because of your consequences. Don't do that.
To want to do it or not, so.
What would you do if your friends were liking my pictures?
It's great.
Was it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in that algorithm.
They can have
No,
it.
it's not. Hell no, bro. Hell no, bro. That's not great. All right. None of my boys better be following my girl. Better be liking every single one of my girl's pictures. All right. Unless we're really close to each other, we're all cool as hell. Basically, my boy got a girlfriend. Then you know what? Maybe it's cool, bro. But if you out here liking every single picture, bro, like spamming it, like, nah, bro, that's a big ass red flag. Nah, you gotta be respectful, bro. And also, you should be respectful towards your friend's girl. Obviously, don't blow up her shit. You gotta follow each other. You know what I'm saying? Maybe comment, like the shit where they're both in the frame, where they're both in the picture, your boy and his girl.
They can't.
No.
Of course not.
Like some guy friends, right, that you have as a guy, will like your girl on the low. They just won't do it publicly. If they're doing it publicly, it means, like, for example, I can see what's happening. So I know how to maneuver with that behavior. So I can say, cool, you know what? It's kind of where he's liking pictures. I know how to put him in a certain like category. If I can see it openly, I can know how to adapt to it. If I don't see it, then it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on. So if I can see it, perfect.
So, Fred.
Yeah, you were like, that's so funny. Another day without a child. Thank you, God. DeLonghi, which pictures? You better only post pictures of some plants or flowers. Oh, it's funny.
How have you enjoyed our date?
It was smooth. Definitely, I thought you'd be a little bit more like aggressive.
How do you think you've done?
I think I did pretty good. It was a smooth transition, back and forth, made you laugh a lot.
He didn't do good. I don't think it don't seem to me like she's truly interested, bro. All right, she's not really attracted. You didn't really get her tripping over her own words. You didn't. On a date, you got to get an emotional rise out of a girl. At some point, you have to get an emotional rise out of her, and you got to keep your frame. All right, you don't got to apologize. You just got to find a way to press her buttons to get an emotional rise out of her to be like, who is this guy? Why is he doing this to me? Why am I thinking back and forth to myself? Like, you want her to have that internal dialogue with herself, to question if she's attracted to you or not.
So,
All right, especially if you don't got the looks, which we don't. We don't got the looks for it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
1 out of 10, what do you rate it?
Can't tell you.
That's fine. I gotta know though. When you come to Miami?
You tell me.
Tomorrow.
Make it work. Yeah, I might fly home with you.
Let's do it. No, but like when you do come though, I'll take you out, show you a good time, and then have you experience the real Miami. Because to me personally, like people come to Miami all the time, but they don't experience the real Miami. So it's behind the scenes, so pretty much.
Okay, I look forward to it.
So to Miami, cheers.
Yeah.
Grilling as well. Great day.
It was a really good date.
I know how to handle dates, bro. It's nothing crazy. Like, go on a date, vibe a little bit, connect with her, eye contact. Smooth, man.
I'm going Miami.
She's going to Miami, have a great time. She might come back with a mini-me. But yeah.
City boy!
I like
City boy!
Oh my god. Yo, maybe he did good. Maybe I'm just hating. But I also didn't watch the whole thing. But it looks like Fresh, you know, she got a positive response. She's smiling and all that shit. But I don't know. I think she sees it a little bit as like, oh, he's a nice guy.
to say about like the family dynamics, how
Okay.
he is as a man and the balance.
Out of 10, me being humble, I said a solid 8. And I think because like, if I showed more like legendary personality, I could get her to be a 10, but you know, it's what it is. I was kind of chill, relaxed for this one.
Giving the other fellas a chance.
I have to, bro. I'm a nice guy.
Don't know how I like this whole incel culture thing, that influence that he has.
It was like a slight girl because she already knows like I'm
She doesn't like the incel cultural influence that he... What? Like, just because he's him, bro. He has no control over that. He just decided to speak up, and that's the culture that came. Like, that's it.
G, so it's fine.
Perfect. Andrew Tate second. Ashley, the third.
The third.
All round, I had a really great time, good conversation.
When we were sitting on there doing the date one-on-one, I saw her eyes, like she was into me, you know?
But I feel like there's not chemistry there. So for that reason, I will give him a 6.5.
Wow. You see? Well, I was right. There was no real chemistry. She's not really attracted towards him like that. And she gave him a 6.5. Damn. That's crazy. I mean, maybe it takes... No. Honestly, no. A girl knows if she wants to fuck, kill, marry a guy in less than 10 seconds, bro. She knows. She knows. She knows, and her mind wasn't changed. Let me see. I'm mid as fucking looks. If she thinks I'm ugly, that's her issue, bro. Live your life. Exactly, bro. That's the thing is that, like, you know, if you're a guy and you know you're mid or you know you're ugly, guess what? You got to find other ways to value yourself because women don't care as much about looks as much as we do. Let's be honest. They don't. So, you know, maybe put on some Jesus wear, some holsters, a nice shirt, nice undershirt, nice little stuff, you know, whatever. Make yourself look good. Get a good haircut. That's it. That's all I can do. That's all I have control over. You know, go to the gym, get in shape. That's it. Pretty simple. Which type of dog would you recommend? Damn.
Buy a dog and die alone.